Hello, and welcome to an episode of Meditate with Us. I'm in my garage today because it's raining outside, but I wanted some fresh air, so I did a workout in the garage and decided, you know what, it's not a pretty spot, but you meditate where you can meditate, and it's a spot. So I'm going to practice here. I don't want to meditate. I don't feel like it. But that does not matter. That's not what a practice is about. If you make a commitment to your practice, you practice whether you feel like it or not. Today, I definitely do not feel like it. I don't feel like doing much. My lower back has flared up and it's caused me a lot of pain. So I just feel exhausted. Simple things are so much more tiring because I'm in pain. So I'm still doing it. I still worked out. I'm still meditating. And I'm still grateful. So I've decided I'm going to meditate for 15 minutes today. I'm going to do a classic mindfulness meditation. I'm going to be aware of my thoughts and feelings as they arise. I'm going to gently acknowledge them, and I'm going to shift back to my breath, being kind to myself as I do so. So I encourage you all to adopt that tall, dignified posture I've described so many times. Just another thing, just before I start, I'm just sitting on a yoga mat, and I've got a little stool underneath my butt here, a little stool, and the mat's on top of it. I think I've shown you that before, but it's a great, if you don't have a Gondon and Zabuton proper meditation pillows, or you don't need those things. Something to maybe raise your hips up a little bit if you have tight hips like I do. Allows you to sit cross-legged in a really tall, dignified posture. So let's do that, tall, dignified posture. Allowing our eyes to settle somewhere down in front of us, relaxing our eyes there. And bringing your attention to your breath. Now during the 15 minutes, we don't have to do anything to manipulate our breath. We don't have to deepen our breath. We don't have to soften our breath. We just allow our breath to be, to enter and exit our bodies without us doing anything to it. Simply witness the breath. So I'm now going to press start on the timer. And for the next 15 minutes, I just realized now I forgot to put my phone in do not disturb, and I'm going to do that because otherwise I find it to be quite distracting if the phone rings. Sorry about that. Bring your attention to your breath, witnessing thoughts and feelings as they arise, witnessing the gentle rise and fall of your breath. So let's now sit together for the next 15 minutes in silence and stillness until the timer sounds. challenge. I started and I instantly felt very peaceful. My mind was so busy. And then as the timer went off, I realized I wasn't being that kind to myself. I was, yeah, I was a little bit down on myself for not being very present in that meditation. So that's just, I'm so glad that I say that so often, with kindness to yourself. It's such an important part of this practice, and it's honestly such a challenging part of this practice. Negative self-talk, negative thoughts, negative feelings about yourself can seep in so easily. And just building awareness when they do, and just being able to label them, is the first step towards making a shift, right? Acknowledging to yourself, that's pretty negative. That's not serving me. I think I'm going to intentionally shift my thoughts and feelings to something more positive, something that is serving me, something that's helping me. So I struggled with that today. But I do feel good about committing to my practice. I feel good about sharing this time with you. And I hope you'll join me again soon. Namaste. Have a great weekend.